guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing an updated worst luxury buys. These are a couple of pieces that haven't or didn't work out for me. A couple of them I do still have with me, and but most of them I think I've sold. I think I only have about 5 or 6 that I'm gonna get into, and there's just a couple of pieces that just did not work out for me the way I intended. And at the end of the video I have a surprise reveal that if you've been with me for a while you're gonna think I'm crazy. But anyways, if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name's Katherine and my channel is KWSHOPS. So I do videos all about luxury, and I give a lot of tips on shopping and how to save money on your splurges. I really put a lot of my focus into the pre-loved luxury market. Most of the items that I buy are pre-owned, so even the items that I'm mentioning today, I think all of them were pre-owned. So if you are interested in any of those things and you would love some shopping tips, I'm gonna leave a link up here, I think, one of these corners. So if you're interested in any of those things, please hit the subscribe button down below, as well as leave me a comment. What was your most disappointing or worst luxury buy? Can't wait to see your responses, but here are a few of mine. So the first one I think you guys have seen before and you have heard me talk about. They are a pair of sunglasses. I generally like to stay away from buying designer sunglasses, and this is why. One second. Okay, so these are the Chloe Mila sunglasses, and I think they retailed at about $400, and the lens just completely popped off. Like I mentioned, I don't think that shelling out huge money for sunglasses is necessarily worth it, especially in cases like these. But yeah, they just were really, really fragile and flimsy, and so this is what they look like here. They're attached. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but they are attached using this type of fishing line. And I guess the thing is that I dropped them and the lens just completely popped out of place. And yeah, they're just not in here very well, and they broke pretty much when I went to wear them the second time. I brought them into the Chloe store and they just kind of like laughed, giggled a little bit and said, oh yeah, those sunglasses kind of do that. And they didn't have any tips on anything I could do to fix them. They tried to sell me a new pair, and yeah, it was really upsetting and really disappointing. So yeah, obviously these are number one. This next piece here is a coat from Isabel Marant, and it is just a wool blend coat. I think it is from her Etoile line, so I think that's her lower line. And I love this coat. I think it's very chic. I think it is very you know, really attractive looking, very fashionable, and it fits me well. But if you look inside of here, it's completely unlined, and the weight of this jacket, like, this really looks like a proper like cold weather jacket. It's not warm at all, like one bit. I have to layer this up so much to even be able to use it at all. But the worst part about it for me is that I feel like, so I pull this coat out here in Miami when it's about like maybe 50 degrees or so. It's sort of like that weight of a jacket, but when you look at it, I think it looks like a proper coat. So maybe it's just me, but I find it a little bit silly to put on like an actual winter coat when it's only 50 degrees outside, I think. So I just feel like I look ridiculous when I wear this jacket. Like I look like I'm being over dramatic when I wear this jacket. Because it just looks a lot warmer than it actually is. Yeah, so it doesn't have any type of lining or anything like that. You can practically see through it, but it looks cool, and I really love the way it looks. But yeah, it is just, I think it originally, I'm glad I didn't buy it new. I bought this on the Real, and I think I spent maybe $100 for it, so in the grand scheme of things, it's not the end of the world, but I do know that for $100, like, you can buy a real coat. So this one, it looks great, but this is a fail, for sure. Next is another piece from Isabel Marant, and they are these sandals right here. These are studded Gladiator sandals, and the reason these are on the worst list is because I think in my, I did a shoe haul last spring and I featured these in them. This ankle closure on me is completely massive. I will leave a link to that video where I revealed these and you'll be able to see how big these are on my ankles. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have them in a size 40 and they fit me fine. They're actually really, really comfortable, but I mean, there is just no good reason why these are as big, why these ankle straps are just as big and massive as they are. I mean, I don't think of myself as having very thin ankles, but for some reason with shoes, when you wear a larger size, like a 40, the proportions are thrown off on most of the other shoes. Like I can even put pants on underneath here. Like I could probably put flared jeans on under here. And there was a time where I tried to wear them and I was using a like a rubber band, and it was sort of like janky looking, I thought, to do that. It worked, but it was just, you know, a pain to get them on and off. And yeah, so these I am either going to sell, or I think I'll send them back to the Real for someone else who perhaps has larger ankles than I do. And maybe they will enjoy them, because I think these shoes are beautiful and comfortable, and it's just such a shame that, I mean, look at that. Next on the list is an item that I do not have anymore, and that is the Hermes H Belt, the Hermes Constance H Belt. It's double-sided, just a piece of leather with a small buckle. I had, I think, the 32 millimeter. I'll leave a photo of it right here. But yeah, so what I realized is that I'm not a belt person. I do own like 2 Gucci belts, I think, and I wear them sometimes. But the reason, number one for me is with belts, like I have, you know, I really have legitimately I do have overactive bladder, so that is something that I have to take into account when I am dressing. It's just, I go to the bathroom probably 15 or 20 times a day, so wearing a belt is a huge inconvenience and risk for me. So that is one reason why I just don't wear belts in general. But that one specifically, I don't like the fact that I feel like the belt is a little bit too simple, and the buckle goes on to the strap. I wish I would have taken a video before I sold it, but the buckle just goes onto the strap and then it pokes, then the hole pokes through the leather. And I'm sorry, but for $900 for a belt, I want a couple more bells and whistles on. I think that, you know, it's just doesn't make sense that that belt is $900 and it really just pops into a hole. Like, I think it's very, very overrated. I did wear it, I think I only wore it like twice, and I'm not a logo belt buckle kind of girl, I guess. The next item on my list is a bag that I bought about a year ago and ended up sending back. This is the Saline Nano, and I really just did not enjoy this bag in any way. So I revealed it here on my channel. I think I unboxed it, and then I also did a comparison of the Saline Nano to a counterfeit Saline Nano that I still have. And both of those will be linked down. Both of those videos will be linked down below. And I really liked it for the time. I think I liked the idea of that bag more than I actually liked the bag itself. So there were a couple of issues I had with it. Like, I felt like the pockets inside of the bag were just really served no functional purpose whatsoever. I didn't like the capacity on the inside. I mean, it did fit like my agenda and stuff, but it fit my agenda, but it couldn't fit really anything other than that. I mean, it could, but I just didn't like the capacity on it, and the handle, the fact that you couldn't actually carry it on your arm, that bothered me. And what else? There was something else. Oh, and the fact that it was just really, really casual. That bag is not something that I really see being able to wear on a night out or like something more dressy. That's just really just a daytime bag. And for something that size, it just didn't make sense. I think I mentioned this in my Q&A video, but yeah, that's definitely, I have bought and sold bags. Like, there are other bags that I used to have that are no longer in my collection, but that is the only one I actually regret buying because it was just completely a fail for me. And I know a lot of people have that bag and love it, but for me, I didn't appreciate and enjoy it at all. That next item on my list is a bag, and you guys may be very surprised to hear this, but it is the Gucci Dionysus wallet on chain. That I unboxed on my channel over a year ago. That was one of the only things in my entire wardrobe, perhaps, that I bought new. I bought it from Gilt and saved a ton of money on it. The reason that this makes my worst list, I did wear this bag a lot and I really did enjoy wearing it, but I just don't like the way it's designed as much as I don't like the way it's designed. I think that it gets really like rounded and misshapen when you actually put stuff in it. With that bag, as much as I wore it for the entire year, after I sold it, I didn't miss it at all, but that definitely is because I replaced it in 2 different ways. And so when I sold that bag, I ended up getting this Chanel wallet on chain, which I love. I actually did a comparison video between the Gucci Dionysus wallet, chain wallet with this bag, so I will leave a link to that video down below as well. And then I also sprang for the medium size in the Dionysus, and this bag I absolutely love. They do make another Gucci wallet on chain, and that one I'm looking at is a lot more simple on the inside. It doesn't have all those compartments and everything, so I'm definitely looking at getting that instead. So it is now time for the reveal. I feel like you might find it odd that I am revealing something on my channel in the same video as my worst luxury buys, and if you guys have been with me for a while, you're gonna know why that is. This package just came today. I found these on eBay. Said these, it is a shoe, and if you guys have been with my channel for a while, then you have seen these before. So I found them on eBay, and I just cut open the box, and it was just packaged just like that. Black box. You know what's in here. Something from Chanel. Well, so a couple months ago in my last best and worst luxury buys video, I included these as a worst, but I think maybe a week or 2 after that, I ended up losing them, and there was something that in my wardrobe, I really missed these. So this is the first time I'm looking at them. And I put them in my worst list because the quality was not great. It's the Chanel slides. The Chanel slides are back in my life. I think I might be a little bit crazy. You know, I give you guys great advice, I feel like, and I just don't listen to my own advice. I found them on eBay, and I got them for a pretty decent price. I'm comfortable with what I paid for them. It was still a lot because obviously they're Chanel sandals, but yeah. So yeah, these are my new shoes. These beautiful sandals are back in my life. This season they did make a couple of like similar styles and like different colors and everything, but everything that I saw I wasn't really a huge fan of, and just nothing to me is going to replace these. These are the Spring 17 espadrille sandals, and I really wore these so much last year that I pretty much wore them in, and I didn't think that the quality on them was great, but you know what? You can't help who you love, and you know what? I really love these shoes. I've been trying to replace these shoes ever since I lost them, and now they're back in my life, and I could not be happier. Yay! Do I recommend these? Maybe not. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but I don't recommend these, but here I am having bought them again. Bought them again. They're back in my life. I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy. Yeah, if you guys have been with my channel for a while, then you remember them. and I'm sure you know how happy I am to have them back in my life. So leave me a comment down below. I'm sure you guys think I'm insane, and you're probably right, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do just want to remind you that these were pieces that didn't work out for me for a variety of reasons, and everyone's lifestyle and needs are different. So just because something does or doesn't work out for me may have no bearings on how something works out for you. I know the Saline Nano, for example, is a really, really popular bag, and you know, everyone else really loves it, and it just didn't mesh with me for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that is everything I have for this video. I'm really glad to be back filming. I felt like I haven't filmed for you guys in a really, really long time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment down below, as I mentioned, of what your best and worst luxury purchases were. I'd love to see what items that you loved and a couple that didn't work out. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. So that's everything for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!